Hi Year 5. Well, welcome back to lesson 4 of our printmaking this half term. First of all, I want to say a fabulous well done for the work that you did last week. I loved seeing your examples that you sent to me, and I heard how you got on in school, so well done everybody. You worked really hard on the next stage of your prints. I was also really pleased when 3 families asked me for materials so they could do this at home. It's not always easy, I know, to get what we need at home, so I'm really looking forward to seeing the work from those children that borrowed things from school. So like I said, we want to say well done, and in particular, I just want to show you a few people's work. Here is Lillian again, working so hard. It just makes me smile so much to see how she's working at home. I know, Mum, you are an amazing artist yourself, and you have lots of art materials at home, but look how hard Lillian is working there. She's not only drawn her amazing Mayan design, she's etched it onto her polystyrene pizza plate. She has inked up her tray and printed it. And I absolutely love the fact that Lillian, you went to the trouble of writing an annotation like we talked about in a beautiful, ripped and interesting way about the process that you went through. That is such grown-up work. So well done, Lillian. I'm really, really impressed with your work. Alex as well sent me some amazing work here. It looks to me like you have almost skipped a step here, and you have cut out a little piece of your block. So you're slightly ahead of us, Alex, because we're going to be doing some of that today. But this looks brilliant. So well done for your artistic creations that you've made at home. William. Now, this one is a little bit hard to see. And in case you're all wondering, who is William Chu? Is he a new boy in our class? Actually, this is amazing William, who doesn't come to our school, but he is Mrs. Chu's son. So at home, William has been doing this with us, and this is his first print. Now, it looks really faint, but that is only because of the photograph, and it is also because our first print is really faint. It's going to become clearer as we go along, because we're going to change colours and do different things. Also, William didn't have quite as much paint as he needed, so I know that he's going to have another go at this and he's going to make it even bolder. But William, this is fantastic. I'm so glad that you're joining in with us. Okay, now before we just look at what we're going to do, we need to think about a word or two, because as we said before, we are doing what is called reduction block printing. So let's just say this word together. Reduction. So you can see there from the picture, reduction means to make something smaller. Do you know, it's just reminded me of a very long time ago when I was only 17. I went on a volunteer work placement in the summer in London, because I grew up in Essex. And at this volunteer centre, there were loads of people from all around the world. And one man from Nigeria thought I had too much hair. So he said to me, because I thought it was interesting the way he worded it, he said, "Luchelle, you should reduce your hair." And what he meant was I should make my hair smaller. So that is the root of this word reduction. Reduce is the root word, so making it smaller. So if we use the word in a sentence, apart from "you should reduce your hair," which is a bit of a strange way of using it, we could say the news reported that there had been a reduction in the number of coronavirus cases. Now, wouldn't that be a good piece of news to hear? I hope we hear that soon. Okay, if we're going to activate this word, we can just have a think. Can you think of a time when a reduction would be a good thing or a bad thing? Now, we've already thought of a good thing there if there was a reduction in coronavirus cases, but just have a little think and tell someone next to you a sentence that explains reduction as being a bad thing. Okay, right, now we've had that discussion, we need to do the reduction part of our printmaking. We need to reduce our block by about 50%. by drawing right through some parts so that they fall out, like Alex did already, because Alex is ahead of us. Let's see how we do it. Now that we have reduced our block and we've taken pieces out, we've made it quite brittle, haven't we? Now we need to think about inking it up with a contrasting colour. What do you think would happen if we ink up with a contrasting colour and we print over the top of what we did last time? What do you think is going to happen? Make your prediction to your partner. Okay, let's look at one more word. This one is iridescent. It means showing more than one bright colour that may change with movement. Now you can see an iridescent bubble there from a bubble set with the soapy water creating iridescent rainbow-like patterns. If we use this word in a sentence, we could say, the sunlight through the stained glass window cast magical iridescent patterns on the floor. Oh, what a beautiful place that sounds like. Now we're going to create a slight element of iridescence in our pictures, because depending on which colours we choose, if we ink up with a contrasting colour from the one we had before and we print over the top exactly in the same place as we did before, with some parts missing, those parts will show through, creating an iridescence to our pattern. Let's have a look at how it's done.